Welcome to the Money Manifestation Mastery podcast with your host, Lara Waldman, where we talk all things money. Big money, big purpose, big power. Waking up your wealth for heart-centered business owners and entrepreneurs. In today's episode, I'll be teaching you how to follow your intuition. Your intuition is an incredible source of wisdom to help you navigate between your life now and where you want to be. This is your inner guidance system. This is your wealthy wisdom within. And it's essential to create a relationship with your intuition to help you traverse the great divide between your present reality and your future wealthy, abundant life that you long to create and experience. So come and join me for this deep, rich conversation to connect to your intuition and learn to be led by your intuition in your business, your finances, and your life. Let's dive in. So I've been following my intuition, my inner guidance, since I was 18 years old. I woke up to my purpose, what I was here to do, when I started meditating many years ago. Currently, I am 45 years old, so it was a while ago now. In meditation, I had this vision where I saw my future, what I was here to do. But I did not understand it from where I sat as an 18-year-old woman. Now where I sit, I understand because I have manifested that dream into reality. I'm living it, I'm breathing it, I'm embodying it. But I didn't know that the work I do now even existed as a thing. So my limited perception of what was possible was interfering with my intuition or that inner guidance system. So I made some assumptions based on what I saw of what it meant. And at the time, I thought I was going to be an actress and I was going to be a successful actress. And that's why I was seeing myself doing what I was doing in that vision. Now, what I've realized is that our intuition and this inner guidance system is leaving us little breadcrumbs. One step at a time, we start to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. But what's really important to know is present day you is going to be sometimes quite confused about what you're feeling from your intuition. So I really want to support you with this because it's something that I've been playing with for many, many years. And I want to support you with developing a relationship with your intuition as best as possible. I made a full-blown commitment to always follow my intuition in my mid-20s. This is when I'd started working as a healer, channel, spiritual coach, and I started to develop a stronger relationship with this part of me. It didn't always make sense and I didn't always understand it, but I learned to follow it. I learned to trust in this inner guidance system. But it hasn't been an easy ride. It's been confusing at times. It's been stressful at times. But what I know now is that my intuition is always leading me to greatness. And it's trying to guide me through the limitations of my present perception, beliefs, stories, patterns, programs, and what's possible for me in that more heart, body, soul aligned perception of reality. It's been a wild and a wonderful ride, and it has never failed me yet. So I want to support you to follow your intuition in your business, in your finances, and your life, and develop this skill, because it is a skill, by starting to put it to the test, by starting to play with it. And just like any skill, you're going to develop it through a lot of trial and error, through a lot of failure, but to keep playing, to keep trying, to keep showing up. So what is your intuition? That's a really good question. From my point of view, this is your inner guidance system, your wealthy wisdom within, I like to call it, that's aligned with your wealth frequency. This part of you is connected to your soul, this universal wisdom, this universal intelligence, your heart, your heart's consciousness, the intelligence of your heart, your body, your body's wisdom, the intelligence that lies within your body, and the earth's energy, the earth's body, the intelligence and wisdom that lies within the earth. This is your wealth frequency when you are aligned with all levels of your being, heart, body, soul, earth. This is when you are liberated from the past patterns, programs, thoughts, beliefs that keep you in separation between your true, authentic self. This is about coming back into alignment with who you truly are, coming back into your creative power so that you can be a fully expressed version of yourself. Now, this is a very advanced and powerful and profound state of being. And your intuition is going to help you to grow and evolve into this fully expressed version of yourself. This part of you is a manifestation master. This part of you knows how to create and co-create with life. But this part of you has been covered up and buried by history, by your ancestral history, by the experience that you've had so far, by thoughts, beliefs, perceptions of what's possible and not possible. There's a lot to sift through. But your intuition is this inner intelligence, this inner guidance system that can support you to navigate through the darkness, through the void of the unknown, the in-between of where you are now, your current perception of reality, of what's possible for you, what's available to you, and where you're going, that heart, body, soul aligned wealth. So part of the daily money manifestation mastery practice is creating space to connect to you, to connect to that wealth frequency, that inner guidance system, and to help you navigate your present day reality and start taking small, baby, consistent, aligned action steps to start building the future that you desire. And your inner guidance system can help you to do this, your intuition. So, how do you connect to your intuition? This is another great question. And it's one that you're going to understand through a lot of trial and error, through play, through exploring. I love bringing in the energy of play, imagining that you were a little kid just playing because it lightens it all up. So what I like to do is to play with your intuition in an area that has very low stakes. I don't recommend trying to follow your intuition for the first time to make very big, huge, life-changing decisions. It's best to develop this skill or develop this muscle when it's not so important, so that when you go to make bigger decisions, you can trust yourself more. Your inner guidance system, your intuition, or that wealth frequency, is tapped into this greater, higher, more expanded, more connected point of view or perception of reality. It is tapped into a source of information that your brain or your logic is not able to access. So we are moving beyond logic here. And this can be really challenging because the logical mind wants data, it wants evidence, it wants facts, it wants to see what's possible. And it's very important, your logical mind. This is an important piece of life as well. So I'm not suggesting you throw out all logic, but your intuition is beyond logic. So it's not going to make sense to your logical mind. So the challenge is to silence that logical mind or to hold that logical mind to allow your intuition to speak, to allow it to play. Your intuition has a very light energy, and it speaks to you in all sorts of ways that is different from logic. So the first thing is to start to play and explore with different ways that you can tap into your intuition. So I also love the word curiosity. So play and curiosity to start to explore and get to know yourself. There are many ways that your intuition speaks to you. And there will already be a way that your intuition communicates to you best, and you may know about that already. I'd like to share some of the ways that your intuition can speak to you. There are many, and here are some of them. So one of the ways that your intuition speaks to you is through clairvoyance. This is an inner seeing, an inner vision. And if you close your eyes or go into meditation, you can see, you can get visions of what is possible. And this is one of my ways that intuition speaks to me. I'm very visionary. I can see what's possible when I still the mind. So this is an inner seeing, that inner eye, if you will. The other is claircognizance, which is an inner knowing. You just know. It's an insight that you have. Claircognizance is a direct line between yourself and source, or yourself and soul. It's a soul wisdom, and it's a knowing. You just know it, and it's hard to explain why, but it's just a deep knowing. Clairsentience is where you feel. You can feel it through your body. So your body is giving you information. And this is why it's so important to feel your body and take care of your body, because you'll be getting information through your body. You can feel it. And then there's clairaudience, which is an inner hearing. So you may hear a voice, that inner guidance system, and it may speak to you in words. You can access this clairaudience or this inner voice through journaling, or you may actually hear it in meditation. I have developed skills in all of those areas. So I'm claircognizant, clairvoyant, clairaudient, and clairsentient. But this is a skill that I've developed over many years of waking up this intuition or this inner guidance system. So I'm curious, out of those 4 examples, what do you relate to? What do you feel is the way that your intuition speaks to you? I believe that we are naturally intuitive, that we're naturally able to tap into this inner guidance system. But it gets silenced and covered up for all sorts of reasons. There are many thoughts, stories, beliefs, patterns, programs that have meant that you have shut this part of you down for all sorts of reasons. And it's a journey to reawaken your intuition and come back into connection to this part of yourself. I believe that human beings, when we feel held and loved and safe and secure, this is our true nature. Being an intuitive is who we truly are. It's our innate ability to be tapped into life and to be sensing life through all of the senses. But we have some work to do to uncover that. I call it mining for gold, to go deeper inside, to remember and reawaken this part of yourself. There is a lot of pain and shame and hurt and harm to overcome that have meant that you've shut off parts of yourself. And this is why it's so important to go slowly and mindfully, gently, patiently, one step at a time as you reawaken and remember this part of yourself. There are a couple of tools that I want to share with you today, ways that you can play to start to explore your intuition. And one way is to play with yes or no answers. And you can do this with your body. Some people like to use something called a pendulum to do this, but you can actually do this with your body, which is to ask your body, what is a yes and what is a no? So what you can do is stand and breathe and relax, or sit and breathe and relax, and ask your body to show you what is a yes. What is a yes? What does a yes feel like in your body? Or how does a yes communicate to you? And how does a no communicate to you? So I recommend taking a bit of space to calm the mind and ask yourself these questions. What is a yes and what is a no? A yes tends to feel lighter and a no tends to feel heavier. So it could be light or heavy. If you are more clairvoyant, you might see a green light for yes and a red light for no, for example. You might have a sensation in your body for yes and a sensation in your body for no. Listen to your inner guidance system. Let it speak to you. Ask your intuition, that wealth frequency, to show you, how does a yes communicate to me and how does a no communicate to me? And then go out and play with this. So once you've got clear on how your body communicates a yes to you and how your body communicates a no to you, you can go and play with this with things that don't matter too much. So what I recommend is starting with things like food or drink. Asking your body to tell you what it wants to eat and drink and what it doesn't want to eat or drink. What foods and beverages are a yes for your body that are going to make you feel good and healthy and energized, or what foods and drinks will weaken your energy, make you feel tired or depleted. This is a great way to play. So I recommend starting with things like that, or other decisions that don't matter too much either way. Should I go left? Should I go right? Should I do this activity? Should I do that activity? It's a really fun thing to ask your body as well when it comes to exercise or moving your body with those money moves. What exercise should I do today? How should I move my body? And you can ask your body different things. Do you want to swim? Do you want to dance? Do you want to go to the gym, for example? So I recommend starting to play with things that don't matter too much, that aren't huge, big decisions. Another fun one is around clothes, asking your body what clothes it wants to wear. Should I wear this item of clothing or that item of clothing? What's a yes? There's lots of ways that you can play in a low stakes way, and I recommend starting out on that level. Have a play, stay curious. And here you're going to be building this skill of following your intuition and building a relationship with this part of yourself. I always use my intuition before I make an investment, for example, or before I'm about to make a hiring decision or big decisions in my business or my finances or my life. My intuition is incredibly smart and incredibly wise. The challenge is that sometimes our ego wants things or desires things that aren't necessarily the most aligned or the most empowered decision. So what I love about following intuition is to really check yourself. Where are your decisions coming from? Are they coming from ego? Are they coming from lack? Are they coming from an ego desire, an ego need, rather than what is soul aligned, heart aligned, body aligned? What's the most empowered decision that's going to build the future that I desire? They're different. So you want to take a minute to tune in before you're making decisions. This is the slowing down to speed up. Go in and ask, is this decision aligned with the future that I want to create? Or is this decision going to leak energy from the future that I want to create? Is it going to pull me backwards or keep me stuck in old cycles and old patterns? From my experience, your intuition will always speak to you from a place of gentleness, neutrality, love. It never comes from fear or criticism or negativity. It's usually a more neutral, lighter energy. So what I would say is if your intuition feels like fear or lack or anger, I will ask you to go in and check where that's coming from. Because your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, your past pain, your past wounding, your past trauma is often louder and will be speaking to you. But it's usually a louder voice where your intuition will tend to be quieter, calmer. There's no drama. There's no stories. There's no judgment or points of view from that place. It's a more neutral energy. So that's another way to determine whether it's your intuition or old patterns and programs speaking to you. So you have your intuition, your inner guidance system, your wealth frequency that's aligned with your soul, heart, body, earth, that is guiding you forward into your wealthy future. But this is a muscle, so to speak, that needs to be strengthened. It's underneath, it's buried underneath pain, trauma, shadow, shame, and it needs space and patience to cultivate your connection with that part of yourself. Your past patterns, past programming, past stories, beliefs, wounding, traumas are much louder. So this part of you needs to be held in a safe space so it can calm down and quiet and still so that you can access that intuition, that inner guidance system, and let it speak. Give it a voice. Your intuition is going to guide you forward, helping you know the next best steps between where you are now and where you want to be. Following your intuition doesn't mean that everything is going to be good and positive. Your intuition is taking you on a path of healing, of transformation, of evolution, of growth, of change. And it will be bumpy and it will be painful and there will be failure. It doesn't mean that everything is going to go your way following your intuition. But your intuition is trying to take your hand and guide you into your wealthy future. But that doesn't mean it's all sunshine and blue skies. Not at all. So following your intuition also means traversing through past pain, past stories, past patterns, past programs, past trauma, past wounding, traversing that, alchemizing that, transforming that, and welcoming you into a new wealthy world that is much more aligned with who you are and who you came here to be. So please know that if you're following your intuition and you're experiencing challenges or setbacks, it's absolutely okay. That's part of the game and part of the journey. But that intuition is going to guide you into your heart, into your body, expanding you back into life, calling you back home through your body, through your business, through your bank account. It wants you to show up here fully, being fully alive, fully present, being fully awake in this beautiful and short-lived life. Your intuition will help you to feel at home, more at peace, more on purpose, more fulfilled, more connected, more on purpose, and bring you into connection with yourself, with this life, and all the beautiful beings that are here to ride the wonderful waves of life with you. So now it's time to put it to the test. Go out and play. Stay curious, explore this relationship between yourself and your intuition, your inner guidance system, and let me know how you find it. Let me know how you get on. I'd absolutely love to hear. Thank you for joining us for today's conversation, How to Follow Your Intuition. I would love to hear how you found it. If you want to come and say hello, come and visit my website, larawaldman.com. And if you want help to dive even deeper into creating a healthy, happy, harmonious relationship between yourself and your intuition, I'd love to invite you to dive even deeper into this world of wealth with me. Come visit my website and you can find out about my upcoming events to support you further with this work. And if you've received value from today's content, if you've receiving value from this podcast so far, I would love to ask you to take a minute to rate and review this podcast. And please share with anyone who you feel would benefit from this wealthy work. Thank you so much. And I look forward to being with you again next time. See you then.